I finished reading Dinghai Fusheng Records Volume 3 a couple of days ago, like 2 days ago. And with each new volume, I enjoy this series more and more. I'm honestly surprised how much I'm enjoying this series, especially after Volume 1. I read Volume 1 last August, and I gave it a 3.75 out of 5 stars. I did really like the story, but it felt like something was missing. Reading Volume 2 changed that. I really enjoyed Volume 2 and 3. Volume 3 is my favorite as of now. I really enjoyed these characters. I might mess up their names, but I really like Shen Xing since Volume 1. I did like Shang Shu's character in Volume 1. I just wasn't sold on him being the male lead until Volume 2. That was when I wanted them to be a couple, and now I'm just waiting for them to confess to each other. I thought it was going to happen in Volume 3, and it kinda did. Shen Xing told Shang Shu that he likes him and he's lucky to have Shang Shu as his protector, but he didn't actually confess his love for him. However, Shen Xing does also keep people at a distance because he doesn't have much longer to live. Even with Xiao Shan, who he calls his adoptive son, Shen Xing keeps him at a distance, especially because Xiao Shan already lost someone who was really important to him. Xiao Shan just wants to protect and be with Shen Xing. Shang Shu doesn't want Shen Xing to die, but Shen Xing is ready and willing to sacrifice himself. He's been ready to do that since Volume 1. He'd never expected to live past the age of 20. The story is so good and there's so many good moments, like the bank scene where Shen Xing and Feng Xianjun find out that Shang Shu is rich and the bank manager tries to eat Shang Shu's receipt so that he can't withdraw all his money. Xiao Shen traveling south on his own and ends up helping them and saving them. Then when they're out of danger, he's upset and angry and he's pouting because he thought Shen Xing didn't want him and abandoned him. But that wasn't true. Shen Xing was actually kidnapped at the end of Volume 2. But to be fair to him, Shang Shu also thought that Shen Xing just ran away on his own, and he didn't realize that he was kidnapped until he caught up to them. Also, their reactions to Shen Xing waking up after his 3-month coma. Xiao Shen was so happy he was finally awake. Shang Shu couldn't believe that finally, after 3 months of taking care of him and being by his bedside, that he's finally awake. That experience definitely made them both more protective over Shen Xing, especially Shang Shu, since he now realized that if they keep going, Shen Xing is going to die, and he does not want that to happen. And he's angry that Shen Xing is okay with it and is not trying to change his fate, which leads up to their fight at the end of this volume. Shang Shu came up with a whole plan, discussed it with everyone, and wanted to keep Shen Xing away so that he wouldn't have to use the heart lamp. But Shen Xing is stubborn, and he also realizes if they don't use the heart lamp, they probably won't win. And again, he's more than willing to give up his life and die for this. He's been ready to do that. And it was so sad when Shen Xing told Shang Shu that if he's not going to listen to him, that he can just leave. I really enjoyed this volume, and it's such a good story, but now I'm nervous for what's going to happen in Volume 4. But at least I have Volume 4 now. I actually forgot that I ordered it and it was coming in the mail, so the timing definitely worked out perfectly.